All right, folks. Well, Super Bowl Sunday is over. Football season is over. And, well, what a game. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really watch most of the game because I was working on other things, but I did catch the final few minutes, and that last play was something else. And regardless of what team you were rooting for, I think it was pretty solid. And I wish I had placed a bet because I did say Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team was going to win, and they did. And I could have won some money. Oh well. But I'm really just here to talk about the halftime show. And that was about 13 minutes, I believe, of good old Usher. And I'm going to list out the songs that were in the playlist for the halftime show. Caught Up, You Don't Have to Call, Superstar, Love in This Club, one of my personal favorite Usher songs. Ain't Got You, which was performed by Alicia Keys. And we're going to get to that. My Boo, Usher and Alicia Keys. Confessions Part 2, Nice and Slow, Burn, You Got It Bad. I didn't know Her was there. I didn't know who that was until I looked it up, and I'm like, oh man, she's really good. Really, really, really good. Bad Girl, Oh My God, OMG, Turned Down for What? And yeah, but if there was one complaint that I had about this Super Bowl halftime show, it's the fact that it was only 13 minutes. Because when you got an artist like an Usher, it's impossible to try to squeeze in his entire discography into 13 minutes. The man has so many hits. And I feel like even though this playlist was solid, there are some songs that I feel I wish were on there. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you all can say the same. But you can't. It was only 13 minutes long. I think one of my favorite tweets of the night was, I don't know how Usher made like 17 costume changes within 12 minutes because it was crazy. I think for me, and this is just me now, I think it was a great show, but I wish maybe, just maybe, a few songs were trimmed out just so we can get longer, just more verses of other particular songs, because it felt like right when I was getting into the groove of one song, it switched up to another one. I'm like, oh, dang. So, but no, like I said, it's not a complaint. It's just one of those things where I wish maybe it was a bit fine-tuned, a bit more in terms of maybe 3 songs were taken out so some of the other songs could, have more time to shine. But I think they did a great job picking particular parts of each songs, like, the chorus of this song, or, a particular dance groove in this song, just so they can mesh well together. I think one of my favorite segments was when Usher was standing in the middle of the stage and it turned into a clock, 7 o'clock on the dot. And then, it led into Burn and the skating and whatnot. It was all great, the costume changes, but man, Jermaine Dupri, I don't know what he came out in. Everybody's talking about the socks, like, yo, those frilly socks that, little black girls and little girls used to wear to church. And then everybody was like, yo, is that, wait, Lil Jon? I thought that was Kanye West. But I'd say that for me, probably the Alicia Keys segment. Let me just say this. She still looks incredible. Alicia Keys looks incredible. I feel like Aretha Franklin, nice gowns, nice gowns, nice dresses. But no, I think that Alicia Keys, everybody's talking about how she came in flat on that first note of I Ain't Got You. But for me, I think that the entire performance was a bit meh. Her voice. I know some people online is like, man, I've been trying to tell people that Alicia was flat ever since Fallen came out, but people said I was a hater. And then when you listen back to some of her early songs, like, yeah, yeah. She's not bad, but it's just noticeable. But it just goes to show that Usher really does make sure keeps in tip-top shape, not just physically, but vocally, because he was literally and metaphorically singing circles around Alicia, because he was literally dancing in circles and singing during their duet. And it's like, man, the difference the dedication makes between an artist who wants to maintain their throne at the top and then another artist who Well, it doesn't. And Usher, it's like, I remember in the Taylor Swift documentary for Miss Americana, where she made a solid point that female artists do have it a bit rougher than male artists because female artists have to reinvent themselves a lot more in order to stay relevant to the masses, where male artists, they don't really have to, which is true. But at the same time, Usher is the prime example of an entertainer who maintains his physique, who maintains his vocal ability, because what he was doing on that stage was something else. And it just goes to show that he did such a condensed version of so many of his hits and still put on a good show. I have nothing bad to say about Usher himself. That was a fantastic performance he did. And like I said, for him to do such, and when I say rushed, I don't mean bad. I mean rushed as in just cramming in so many songs in such a short amount of time. It just makes me wonder, dang, his Las Vegas shows must have been amazing, because during that time he didn't have such a restriction on time. He's allowed to do every song, put on a performance for every single one of them. So for him to be able to do as much as he did in this particular halftime show was incredible. And everybody's talking about it online, even though my favorite things that come out of the halftime show were the memes of when he's holding Alicia. He's like, yo, this how the dudes at work be holding on to your girl. And it's like, that work husband. But no, this was just a great show. Honestly, that's really all I have to say. I think it was great. The costume changes were like, I don't know what was harder to keep up with, his outfit changes or the song switching up from one to another. But yeah, would I say it's the greatest halftime show performance? That's all subjective. I think it was really solid. I think it was a lot better than last year's performance with Rihanna. Yeah, I know she was pregnant, but still, the hype was there. But no, I don't think it was that good. I mean, there are other halftime shows that come to mind. Of course, Prince, legendary. I love the one with Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Coldplay. But yeah, this definitely stood at the top, because if I'm not mistaken, what did we have in recent years? You had the Justin Timberlake one. You had The Weeknd. You had a huge reunion of hip hop. 50 Cent, Mary J, Eminem. I think Eminem was there. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. But yeah, I definitely love this one. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.